Manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Flat 64,
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check 56.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check, 59. We own them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you have...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the fourth most in a single season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Alpha.
21-0 our score after 1.
Bengals 21. Jets nothing.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Exit. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Yep. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready, go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And a loose football. And the Jets have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got him. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Josh Bellamy, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Red, 90, Wolf, 55. Recon, 132 fight. Watch the block, ready to go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
59's Mike. Check, 59. Check, go. Mike is 59.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jakeem Grant with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Slam. Hey, check my
He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Jets first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action now. Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman, his 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Edelman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Grant on the return. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.